Bonjour, French learners. Tavy Baisley here from French Speak. I'm here to talk to you about how to revive your French motivation when you've fallen off the cart. Quite regularly, learners come to me because they've lost their mojo and they confide in me that they still want to master speaking French, but they feel stuck. Sometimes they've taken a break and they can't get back on track. Or they've hit a plateau in their learning, they're stagnating and they haven't seen much progress in their French and they're starting to feel a bit deflated. Therefore, I've seen this trend happen quite a lot, and often people binge learn at the start when the motivation is high, at the start of their learning journey, or when they've just signed up to a new course or a few weeks before they go and travel. And then some will take some long breaks from studying French, causing them to forget everything they've learned or feel like they've forgotten everything they've learned. And then they have to go back over things that they knew really well and have to go back as if, and it's like they're rediscovering it. It's like they've never seen it before and it's hard again, as if they never knew it at all. And that can be quite frustrating. They feel like if they have to keep taking these big steps back, they're never going to get there. They're never going to get to the fluency they want in French. So I always like to remind them it's important for them to remember that learning French is supposed to be an enjoyable and pleasurable experience. So if it's not, take a deep breath, have a think of what's going on in their lives and what they want to achieve. And when they're ready to make it fun again, they can get some help and get some input from me or someone else to help get their learning back on track. So in this video, I want to talk to you about 3 things that you can do to revive your French. And it'll be like giving your French a bit of C.P.R. And I'm going to use the C.P.R acronym to take you through the 3 steps. Step number 1. C is for connaître sa raison. Connaître sa raison, to know your reason. This is going back to your why. Asking yourself the question, why did I want to start learning French? Why is it important to me? And how will I feel when I fulfill this goal? So going back and taking a piece of paper, take yourself out of your environment and just write down, why is it important to you? Why do you want to do this? And remind yourself of that very beginning of your journey. The P stands for petits objectifs. Petits objectifs are mini goals, small objectives, small goals. So I want you to look at French, instead of it being this lifelong dream of being fluent in French, which is quite a long-term goal, is to break it down into mini goals. They need to be achievable, they need to be measurable. For example, learn 1 verb a day for 30 days. That would be small. And the feeling of accomplishment when you've been able to do that, kept it most days. If you fall behind a day, you just do 2 verbs the next day. No big drama. But if you're able to maintain that, you're going to see a big improvement in your French, and your excitement for learning will be back, I'm sure. You could learn 7 days, 7 new words a day or 7 new words a week. You could commit to studying for 15 minutes each day and track it for a month, and just draw yourself a little grid and just tick each day. And by the end of the month, you'll have a table full of ticks, and that'll be sure to keep you on track and get your mojo back. You could set a goal to be able to talk about a certain topic with a native speaker, for example, within a month. So you can say, today's the 2nd of the month, this time next month, I want to be able to have a short conversation with a native speaker about this topic. And that's going to make you get your creative juices going. Think of scenarios and role plays and questions and answers that could arise from a conversation on a certain topic that you've picked. And then being able to have that conversation at the end of the month will be really, really motivating. Another one could be listening to a podcast for 10 minutes every day. It can be really small things, but it's just a matter of setting these petits objectifs, these mini goals for yourself. So that's the P. The R in C.P.R is for récompense, récompense. And I want you to, as much as the learning in itself is fun, I'd love you to think of some mini rewards that you could set yourself. So celebrating each milestone with a reward, a récompense. Maybe going to buy a croissant aux amandes at your nearby French bakery, or buying a French magazine, or maybe getting a nice Paris book, or getting a new notepad for your French, anything like that. It can be big or small, but it's just going to keep you going. And having that little reward, little carrot in the near future will be sure to just get you out of that stagnant phase. So C.P.R is the acronym we've used today. Hopefully, if you've fallen off the card, you can think of giving your French some C.P.R and mixing things up a little bit to get back on track. And today I have a gift for you, and I've created a workbook that's going to take you step by step through to guide you to be able to set yourself for successful language learning. And it'll make sure that you don't fall off the cart. And so I thought it'd be really useful to share this one with you today. You can sign up for it for free. It's at www.bit.ly/French Success Workbook. French Success Workbook. I'll put the link at the end of the video. And I also want to talk to you about a service I provide, which is a language learning success consult. It's an hour on video, one-on-one with me, where we discover and uncover what type of learner you are. And from that, we use that to your advantage to make sure you're consistent in your language learning. You're always motivated and you've got a clear goal. So we set a 3 or 6 month goal. We can focus on speaking, reading, writing, or listening, or a mix of all of them. And we look at your schedule and we make sure that we can set a realistic schedule. We put in lots of contingency plans. So if life gets in the way, you can still get back on track. And at the end of the 3 months or 6 months, we have another half-hour consult where we go back over what worked, what didn't work, where you're at, and look at setting a new goal for you. So if you'd like to talk to me about me helping you get through setting you up for language learning success consult, please contact me, send me a message, and I'd love to help you take your French to the next level. That's all from me today. And remember, if you're lacking motivation, use the C.P.R method to inject some more fun into your French. Au revoir.